One planet, billions of kids. Fairies and firemen and dancers and magicians and cowboys and princesses and superheroes. But there are also kids, actually a few million kids, who are really, really sick, battling to survive. Kids for whom being a kid is on hold.
A wish is more than a gift or a temporary distraction. When a child's true wish, a deep ambition, or desire comes true, it has the power to transform a life.
One planet, billions of kids. Fairies.
Of GenieTV. This is Make-A-Wish Philippines' official online series. On tonight's very special episode, we go behind the scenes with two celebrity wish granters as they share their stories of hope, strength, and joy. But before I introduce them, I want to remind our viewers that through this program, Make-A-Wish Philippines aims to grant more wishes of children with critical illnesses. So please donate what you can by scanning the QR code on the screen or by visiting www.makeawish.org.ph/donate. You can also pledge to grant a wish, which is our Adopt a Wish program, by sending us a message via the Contact Us page on the website. But wait, there's more. If you donate or pledge to grant during this live stream, you stand a chance to win amazing prizes. We have 1,000 pesos worth of cashback points from our sponsor, Be Extra Philippines, or a life-changing strength coaching session. Okay, this is worth around 11,000 pesos. All you have to do is comment below with the words donated or pledged, and that will earn you an entry to our raffle at the end of the program. So I guess you're really excited to meet our guests. The first one is a model, actress, art consultant, and she's been a wish granter since 2016. Our second exciting host for tonight is a host of GMA News TV's Ang Pinaka and Asia's Got Talent Season 1, the biggest little genie and kid at heart. Let's all welcome our wish genies, Teresa, Herrera, Anthony, and Rovilson.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Appa.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
hey,
and
Rob. Hi,
thank
Appa.
you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. I know you guys are so busy, so thank you very much for just lending us an hour of your time to talk about the behind the scenes of being a wish volunteer. How are you guys doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
And
how are you?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Rob, how about you?
Doing fantastic. Teresa and I were talking backstage, like, this is a time where we're most productive. Most of our friends are most productive, and you yourself with this GenieTV, what a great idea. So yeah, we're making the most out of our time, and I love it.
Yeah.
We're really so excited to have you guys, and we've lined up a few questions. But before we go to those questions, the first thing that's on everybody's mind is, how do we pronounce your names? So my question is, what's the worst way people have pronounced your names? And we'll start with, of course, the ladies first. Have there been any strange ways that people have pronounced your name?
Not really. My name is pretty straightforward.
You'd think so.
No, it is. It is. In the Philippines, when I'm here, people call me Teresa, because it's Teresa here. And in the US, it's Teresa. So you can't really go wrong. So either way is fine for me.
And you're fine with either way. So we can call you Teresa with that Spanish flavor.
Yeah, love that.
Paella tonight.
Yes.
Welcome, Teresa. And okay,
thanks.
How about you, Rob?
Oh yeah, so just like Teresa, In the States, I'm Rovilson, but in the Philippines, I'm Rovilson.
Rovilson.
No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up. No. I'm still Rovilson here in the Philippines as well. Rovi na lang for the Pinoys here that love to give everybody a nickname. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Accent on the second syllable, not the first.
That's right, because many people would have said Rovilson, right? And
that's right.
That's something very common. And I was joking them, and I said it's Rovilson, and I didn't realize I was right. So, okay, we'll call you Rovi.
Rovi na lang, exactly.
Rovi and Teresa. So, for those of you who are watching us tonight, please already start putting in your comments. And one of the questions I have for you is, guess who? Guess who is wearing white shorts? Guess who's wearing pambahay shorts? And guess who's wearing blue denims tonight? So one of us is wearing white, one of us is wearing blue denims, and one is wearing pambahay shorts. And I want you guys to just type in your comments and think who matches what. And then maybe later tonight, we're going to show you and we're going to do a wish reveal if that's something that interests everyone. We're going to make it really fun. Yes, Robbie, go ahead.
The first Make-A-Wish fashion show. Shorts lang.
And we're not doing any justice to that, but I had to make sure, guys, that we were wearing something. Okay, we just want to make sure we're PG, and we're not going to reveal anything that's not supposed to be shown. Okay, we're going to really make it light and bubbly. So we're going to have a few questions for you, and just feel free to answer. And one question in everybody's mind is like, how did Teresa, please go ahead.
In Los Angeles, Long Beach, California, and I heard about Make-A-Wish growing up in the States. I've always seen some get to, and I was like, oh, one day I hope that when I get a chance and have the opportunity, I can grant some wishes. And then fast forward to me being in the Philippines, I was actually here working on a project. I was doing the show Project Runway Philippines. And then I had met, and this was around 2008, 2009. And I had met Khalil, who used to head up Make-A-Wish around that time. And he said, hey, would you be interested in granting our 1,000th wish back then? So that was 2010 when we did that. And that wish was so beautiful because I was like, find me a perfect wish that only I can grant. And so Khalil said, we have the girl for you. She wanted to become a fashion designer. It was Erica from Abra. So I said, oh, wow. So, I'm not a fashion designer, but I am in the fashion space. So I pulled together my friends, my relationships. So I pulled in Rahul Laurel to work with us for designing the dress. And she had a twin sister too. So when we brought her in to start designing the dress, her little sister was there and kept looking and was like, what are you doing? So Rahul said, do you want a dress too? Do you want to design your dress? So her twin sister got to design a dress with her. And originally it was someone else that was going to model it. But at the end of the day, we said no. She was going to model it in a photo shoot, which Sarah Black, who is our amazing friend, she photographed it and it was published in the newspaper thanks to Tim Yap, who helped us. It was published in Supreme. So that was such a beautiful, beautiful story.
Amazing. And that really granted your wish as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because you've been wanting to grant wishes ever since you were in the States. And now that you're in the Philippines, you got your first crack at it.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. We'll go back to more stories about that very first wish of yours. And some of the people here are really interested to know more about Erica. But okay, Rovilson, how about you? I mean, how did you hear about Make-A-Wish and what got you started?
Wow. First of all, though, I just got to commend Teresa. That was that's what a Make-A-Wish is all about. You get your powers and you get your friends in high places and you put them all together, mix it around, and you just give this customized wish, fantastic. I'm so jealous. I should have went first because I cannot top that. So, Like Teresa, I was also raised in San Jose, California, and in the Bay Area. And out of all the NGOs in the United States, Make-A-Wish Foundation USA may not have been the richest or the most prolific or what have you, but there's one thing they did, and they made the most noise. They were because of their support, the personalities that were involved, the celebrities, the sports heroes, it got us interested. And you would read about the amazing wishes that they grant in the States, just like Teresa, but their version would be with higher end and higher status, I guess. World leaders, like I don't know. Basta. And so when I moved here to the Philippines, fast forward, I got involved with other NGOs, and Make-A-Wish kind of just fell off the radar with me. And I think I was searching on Instagram, just scrolling, and I saw a post of Make-A-Wish Philippines, and I got so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Make-A-Wish Philippines here. I immediately wrote him a message, and it was Abby, our Angel, who replied back to me. I think this was 3-4 years ago. We've been in touch ever since. I said, I'm so happy you're here. I would love to be a part of this. I don't know when's the next wish. I was just so eager, Beaver. And so they said, yeah, we have one coming up. And it was the Spike for Hope, thrown by the great and talented TJ Cruz, rest in peace. But, that was when volleyball at the time was a very popular sport. So, and TJ, of course, was a big fan of the volleyball, so he got all his volleyball friends, and it was just amazing to see people from the volleyball world, very busy, yet come together and throw this big wish giving for all the kids. So, that was my first experience also with it, and you'll never forget your first, as they say. It was so much fun.
That's right. And thank you for reaching out to Make-A-Wish. Just a little bit of trivia there. So Abby was the one who messaged you back. And did you know that Abby is now the Make-A-Wish Philippines president?
Oh, wow.
She's been elected on the board as the president of Make-A-Wish. So shout out to Abby. Hey, girl. Congratulations. New things are in store for Make-A-Wish Philippines. Wonderful how all our volunteers, even Khalil has brought in Teresa, and we've gotten a lot of support, and that's because of people like you. So many people would ask us, on top of that first wish, how do you see the ripple effect happening? Teresa, you mentioned about how you reached out to your friends. Can you expand a little bit more about the ripple of positivity with Make-A-Wish?
When you grant a wish to a child, it goes both ways. The child is happy, but then it also gives something back to you, and your heart just expands and it radiates. So whoever you pull into the project, all of them said yes, like that. Like it wasn't even a second thought. They're like, yeah, sure, Make-A-Wish, done. So, and it just goes to show the generosity of the human spirit at work, and that's what I believe in, the goodness of the human spirit. So I always bank on that when I ask people.
Amazing. It's really about how everybody just conspires to make that one true wish happen. Yeah. And even if people just want to grant someone's wish, even their own wishes are granted. Yeah. Right? So that's how the ripple happened to me and my family. How about Rovi? In your case, have you seen other people supporting you, surprised you with how they supported Make-A-Wish?
Absolutely. I always make it a point to always bring a new friend, at minimum 2, to experience this with me. And the younger, the better as well. I was dating a girl for a while, and she had a daughter, and I always wanted her to also come. But I would definitely invite my friends to attend these with me, and just I just love seeing their reaction, because they don't know what to expect. And then of course when the wish giving happens, just it's tough to take my eyes away from the event, but I also want to see the parents' reaction, and I also want to see my friends' reaction. It's just too much going on, but it's just I'm just in a cocoon of glowing happiness. I don't know how else to put it, and it's like seeing a shooting star, very rare. And I just keep wanting to see it again and again, and wanted to share this experience with as many friends as possible. So, and hopefully they become genies.
Yeah, it has happened. It has happened that people who just were there because their mother forced them to come are now active volunteers here at Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised about how people's lives have been transformed. And I agree with you, Rovi. When I started with Make-A-Wish 2008, my kids were like, my first baby was just newly born. But as I continued to volunteer, I realized that some of these kids, my children, just want all the, here's one of them, say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Say bye.
Nice shirt.
So, like this little boy, he thinks all gifts are his. So I really wanted to make sure that they have this concept of other children as well. And I would bring them to Wish Grants. And it surprised me how much they've given of themselves to, being friends with other Wish kids. This little boy had a friend who had hydrocephalus, and other kids were afraid of this boy. But then my children realized that, they're just Wish kids and we're having fun together. And I think that is the power of wishes. It's when we see each other as equals and as friends. And we're just really there
that's
to
so
celebrate.
Beautiful.
Yes,
that's so beautiful that you exposed them to that at such a young age. I want to do that for my children.
Yes.
And after COVID, we really have to do that, Teresa.
Yeah.
We really have to do another event like that. And I think what's in the minds of everybody is like, when can we do it again? Well, the thing for Make-A-Wish and for Make-A-Wish International, we believe that the safety of our children, of our kids, Wish kids, are of primary importance. Many of them are immunocompromised. So we want to make sure that they're safe when we have wishes. So right now, people can still donate because we send care packages to these kids. Right? We send them love notes, we send them face masks, things that they can use at home, or even coloring books and all that stuff. So if you guys really want to donate, please do so now. There are lots of opportunities for us to send wish notes to our kids. And then later on, let's, keep those donations coming because we're going to have more wishes granted in the coming months when things kind of normalize, right? So we're going to take a little step back and we're just going to look at the chat. And I see that some people are voting white shorts for Teresa, blue pants for Rovi, and Appa has pambahay shorts. Wow, interesting. This is from one of the board. Ate Te is actually a former board member. She's now board of advisor. So Te, thank you for voting. Sarah is also on chat. She's one of our volunteers from the Philippines who's now based back in Australia. So Sarah is here. Thanks, Sarah, for voting. She still says blue shorts for Teresa, white. Well, she says also white for Teresa. So she's thinking Rovilson's not wearing anything. She didn't say that. But she says Appa for pambahay shorts. Okay. Keep those comments coming. As I promised, we're going to do the back stories, things that are happening, things that are happening behind the scenes. So those are the things that are happening behind the scenes. We'll go back to a few more questions about your first or your most memorable wish grant. Can you tell me how you felt immediately after doing that first or most memorable grant? Who would like to start with that?
Teresa, I'd love to hear your story.
Oh.
Yeah, you started with Erica, right? So immediately after that was done, what did you feel?
Throughout the whole process, because it was multiple days, it wasn't just one day. I met with her first, then we had to bring her to Rahul Laurel atelier, his studio, to meet him. And then I think it took 24 hours to make the dress. And then the following day after that was when we scheduled the photo shoot for them. And I think throughout the whole time, it was like a 3-day process. I felt so emotional because we're doing something special for this child. And you could see it in her eyes that it was just like, wow, you care so much about me for taking the time out to help me grant my wish. And I could feel her energy. Like I could really feel it. And her sister and her mom, of course. So I was like, so it was just like, fighting the tears, because I'm a Pisces. I cry like that, Rob, you see me cry like that. So, but afterwards, it just, like, I felt like my heart was going to explode. Like, I feel like I could keep doing this. Like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I just want to keep making people happy. I want to keep, bringing joy into the world, granting wishes, inspiring hope. Because with hope come trust and belief that things are going to be better.
That's right. And that's really where we call the impact of the wish. And there have been studies that show that wish kids who have experienced a wish grant are more tolerant of what needs to be done at the hospital. So they yes to the doctors if they want to if they need to go through certain procedures, they're more willing to do that because of what you just said. It's all about the trust, and it's all about hoping that something even better is going to come. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that. And before we go to Rovi, I'd like to remind everybody watching here, if you haven't experienced granting a wish, you have to do it. Like, go through something like what Teresa did, and you're going to experience for yourself what it means to have hope. And when you're helping somebody out, it's also about how you guys help yourselves out. So that's really a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you for sharing.
And you know what? Can I share one more thing?
Go ahead, please.
And this is just in general. Whenever we feel down about ourselves, our lives, or like we're not achieving our goals or whatnot we have set for ourselves, the best way to get yourself out of a funk is to go out and help someone else. What better way than to grant a wish to a child? Before you know it, like, no problem exists in my mind. It's all gone. I forget about it. And before you know it, those problems work themselves out. It really takes you out of your head, puts you in the heart space to connect with a child. And from that, it's like good karma. Right, Rob? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I just want to give you a hug, Teresa. Just want to give you a big virtual hug.
Let's have a group hug. That really means a lot, Teresa. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
It's very powerful. And we've been following you because of your mental health advocacy, and we really want to thank you. It's so much aligned with Make-A-Wish. And that's why I see there's a lot of collaboration that's going to happen from now moving forward with you.
Absolutely.
Before we start crying, okay, Rovi, tell us about your experience. What did you feel when the first wish was finished?
Well, I want to say I handled it like a champ, like I've been there before, but I had so much anxiety because I was already saying to myself, oh my gosh, did I wrap it correctly? The gift, will she like it? I don't know if I got the right color. I had all this. I wanted it to be perfect because this is her wish, and when they finally get that gift in front of them, I mean, that anticipation, we're both in anticipation, and they have no idea what it is. I'm going through all this anxiety, but it just all melts away the minute they rip open the gift and they see what it is. I love how it takes them a while. I've noticed a lot of them don't know exactly what it is. It takes them a while to figure out what it is. And when they do get it, it's just, wow, fireworks, indoor fireworks. So their strength, the power of strength and joy just emanates. But in regards to hope, I actually look at the parents when they are watching their child receive the gift, and the kid doesn't have hope. It's the parents that have hope. And, they get that because they just see, somebody cares about my child, people do care. And hopefully this momentous occasion will give them strength to want to fight it and live longer, and that's where the hope comes from. I don't think it's the kids that have hope. They don't know that's not a feeling that they know about, but the parents know what hope is. I don't know if I said that correctly, but
well, it's all good. We see how children are affected positively by a wish grant. There are also studies that talk about how the parents are affected by it. And I agree with you. They have more hope. They have more strength after a wish grant. And even the doctors and nurses, they experience that as well. And the volunteers and the donors, all of us have that ripple effect. And that's why for Make-A-Wish, sometimes we say to the question, what's your favorite wish? It's always going to be the next one.
The next
one. And the one after that. I
or
think
even
all
if
of us,
even if I'm not directly involved in a wish, I regularly, I check in and say, hey, what's on your wish list? You know, like, and then I try to match friends. Like, for example, recently there was a child who made a wish for a camera because he wanted to be a photographer or a blogger, a YouTube blogger.
Yeah.
So I said, who can I connect him with? And I was like, okay, Mark Nigdao. And Mark Nigdao right away, game.
Wow.
And I think it did go through, and then they granted the wish, and it was nice. I regularly check in and be like, okay, what's next? Who do they want to meet? Any basketball players they want to meet? Like any of that stuff.
That's right. Because we're always hungry for the next wish and the next wish.
Yes. It's addicting. It's addicting. It makes you just want to keep going.
That's right. It's a good thing. It's a good kind of addiction, right? Right,
yes,
Ruby?
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good addiction.
It is addicting.
Well, we are going to have a few more questions later on, but in the meantime, we would like to take this time to thank our amazing GenieTV partners and sponsors, Miss Angela Green, Rovilson's friend. Thank you for being our sponsor tonight. Be Extra Philippines is also a sponsor. Don't forget, you still have time to enter the raffle to win 1,000 pesos worth of cashback points from Be Extra Philippines, which you can use for food or grocery deliveries. Or you can also win something called a Strengths Finder session with a strengths coach. And this is worth 11,000 pesos. All you have to do is to donate by giving or going to the donate page on our website. That's www.makeawish.org.ph. Or you can also pledge to grant a wish by going to the Contact Us page on the website. And during this live stream, you can comment donate or pledged. And if you type in donate or pledged, we're going to make sure that you're part of the raffle tonight. So we're going to take a short break and we're going to have a video from one of our sponsors, Be Extra Philippines.
They need to dust this place. You know?
And you just need to look up there and say, okay, there's a helicopter.
my lashes.
Yeah, I thought your mascara.
Oh, I should have got the waterproof ones.
Okay, now we know. So if there's going to be somebody who has a stone cold heart,
No.
he doesn't
I'm joking.
out.
He's a softie.
Yeah, but inside, he's like that Mentos commercial, right?
Yeah.
He's hard
Oh,
on the
yeah,
outside,
yeah, yeah.
soft inside.
Mentos.
Yeah, the Mentos guy, Rovi, is in the house. How about Teresa? How about you? You've cried in a few.
All the time. I mean, I'm crying just walking to the venue. I'm like crying all the time. How could you not? Like, you just bring so much joy to a child that it just,
Is it
fills
happy
your
cry?
heart.
Is it happy cry or ugly cry?
Ooh, I do both. I do happy and then it gets ugly.
Now here
And
it
then
is.
I'm like,
I'm sure we have a video clip, but we're not going to show that. If you stay tuned to the last part of this episode, maybe we're going to have that.
you have it? Oh, that'd be great.
No, but one of my memories of somebody crying was one of my former office mates, and we granted a kid his wish. And we were told that we're really not supposed to cry in front of the child because, it's supposed to be like a fun time. So my friend Gigi couldn't help it. So she started, to excuse herself. And we were in the park. And she was hiding behind a tree. But the tree was this small. And you could see her shoulders moving up and down. Oh, okay. We got a note here that we have to reintroduce the game because the audio got cut off. So we're going to have to reintroduce it. The guys who are watching, we are playing a game called Never Have I Ever. And we're going to share our stories if we have or haven't done something. The first question was really about never have I ever cried during the wish reveal. And we've discovered that Rovilson is a Mentos guy because he's tough on the outside, but he has tears in the inside. And for Teresa, she cries going to the venue, meeting the kid, even probably the day after. She still has her Kleenex with her. Is that right?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, now here's another challenging question. Never have I ever got paired up with a shy kid. So have you ever experienced or never have you experienced, being partnered with a little kid who just looks at you and doesn't want to say anything? Ladies first. Teresa, go ahead.
I think all of them are quiet and shy in the beginning. Because especially if it's their first time meeting you, because I think part of it's, there's a bit of embarrassment maybe on their part, but once you connect with them and you get through that and you say, hey, I see you, I'm looking at you in your eyes, you're a child, you treat them normal, you're not walking on eggshells around them and you're joking, you're having fun, you're playing games, they feel normal. Then they start to come out of their shell. That's been my experience. All of them seem shy at first, but then once they come out of their shell, it's great because you get to talk to them. And then once their wish is granted, oh my gosh.
You're the best
I get
friend.
hugs. I get everything. Yeah, they're just it's so great.
For Rovi, has your experience been the same? Have you become best friends with someone after a wish grant?
Yes, actually. Yes. A couple of them. I don't know. Well, we were pen pals to each other during the venue because there have been occasions where, there's pens and paper around or, coloring paraphernalia. So we'd write to each other. But that's the extent of it. I don't want to overstep my boundaries and say, hey, can I be pen pals, with you? That's up to the parents. But with that being said, going back to the original question, Appa, look at me. All kids are going to be scared of me and terrified, wish kid or not. I'm a scary, intimidating dude. I come in, I'm loud, I'm boisterous, I'm full of energy. But Once they get to know, I mean no harm. I'm medyo busog. I won't eat them. You know, I'm cool with the parents. Nothing is more. Nothing is more friendlier than a high five or a fist bump. That really, for me, in my experience, opens things up. You know, get to know their name, and then it's either a high five or a fist bump. Whenever they do something cool or something happens, yeah, not just like a random one, but yeah, you know, when it's an earned fist bump or a high five.
Yeah. And the kids would know that. The kids would know that it's a really genuine one. Because they know that it's coming from the heart, and they're excited, they're scared, you know, meeting all these new people. But then when they know how generous and how genuine these people are, they kind of warm up. And Teresa is right. At first, they might not be too comfortable around new faces, but hey, they get around.
I understand. I'm like that too. You know, I'm an introvert at heart. I'm shy around people. I don't say much, although my job is completely different with hosting and acting, right? People assume you're an extrovert. Yeah. I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. I like to just keep to myself, and you know, so I can totally relate.
A very interesting thing that you're pointing out, because some people might be scared of, you know, being a volunteer because they might not be as extroverted as Rovi. But what you're saying is really nice, because whatever talents you have, you can contribute that to the foundation.
Yeah.
So maybe let's take a little breather and ask for your inputs. Like, what would you tell somebody who is just considering right now to be a volunteer of Make-A-Wish? How would you convince them to do this?
You go first, Rob.
Teresa, if you don't mind, I mean, it's what I've been doing, and I just tell them, hey, I select and invite people who I think it would affect them in a positive way, or they might become a genie. I don't just normally get a random person. You know, I kind of premeditate who I'm selecting to bring with me, because this is a very important, experience, and not a lot of people can handle it. Not a lot of people are mature enough, and not many people will just look at it and just say, okay, I experienced that. And then what would disappoint me is they don't continue with it further. So what I've been doing is, like I said, I just bring a new person who I've selected, or a couple, to just experience this. And like Teresa said, once you see it, you know, it's done. They're hooked. Hook, line, and sinker. There's a new genie. Got it. You know, and I'm as proud as I'm probably more proud of my genies that I've gotten into Make-A-Wish Foundation than the gifts that I've given. You know, for me, that's what I'm counting. I don't count the gifts. I count the genies I bring in.
Oh, that's great.
You know, so because that way it just exponentially.
What they say, the more the many-er.
Yes, more than many here. Yes, blessing in disguise.
Yes, when it rains, it's 4. So, now, Teresa, some of them are watching us right now, and they're saying, do I want to be part of this group of goofy people? What message do you have for them if you want to convince them to join us and be genies as well?
Gosh, remember the time, okay, for those who are considering being a volunteer, remember that time when you were 3 years old or 4 years old, and the day before Christmas, or maybe 2 weeks before Christmas, your parents ask you to write a letter to Santa, and you remember how that felt? Well, each child who asks for a wish, that's how they feel. You know, so imagine, and do you remember how you felt when Santa came around on Christmas Day and gave you your present? That's what you're going to be a part of. Like, just every day is Christmas Day. You know, when you work with Make-A-Wish Foundation and you do the wish granting and you're part of the journey of the child, you're granting wishes every day. So it's like you're going to be like Santa's helper, like an elf.
I love that. That. And when you say it's like Christmas every day, it really resonates with me, because before COVID happened, Make-A-Wish Philippines last year granted over 365 wishes for the entire year. So technically, we were granting 1 wish a day.
Every day.
And for all around the world, Make-A-Wish International has been granting wishes every 17 seconds.
Wow.
So imagine you're going to be part of this organization that's doing such a great job in reaching out to kids who are battling critical illnesses. So I really would like you to think about doing that. Now, here's the flip side. So we've given a little message for our volunteers and prospective volunteers. What about your message to Wish kids? And some of them may be watching right now because we're on Facebook Live. So I'd like you to think of and compose a little message that you want to give to those kids who are right now waiting for their wishes to happen.
Ooh.
Okay, Rovi, I will start with you because you're the Mentos guy and you're not going to cry. Because Teresa, you know, if you need tissue, let me know. But Rovi, what can you say to those kids who are waiting because of this pandemic? They can't get their wishes just yet.
I just want to say, hey, kids, and especially to our beloved Make-A-Wish family out there, just letting you know that all of us here, you know, Ate Teresa, Kuya Rovilson, Kuya Apa, we haven't forgotten about you. Just know that good things come to those who wait. We're not going to make promises. Just good things come to those who wait. We haven't forgotten about you. We need you to be strong right now. We need you to be strong for your parents. We need you to be strong for your brothers. We need to be strong for your sisters, and especially for your Lolo and Lolas, because we're going to need you to keep the family together so that we can beat this pandemic, survive it, and then we get to hang out with you and give you those wishes.
Wonderful, Rovi. Thank you so much. Okay, how about Teresa? Have you thought about something that you'd like to tell the Wish kids?
Yes, to all the Wish kids out there, I am thinking of you. I am praying for you, and I can't wait to celebrate with you. So in the meantime, what I need you to do, okay, I need you to dream big. I mean, think about the biggest wish you have and think 10 times bigger than that. Because our goal as genies is to be able to grant those wishes to you. We want to blow your minds. We want to give you the best day of your lives. So think really big, write it down in your journal or a piece of paper, put it on your wall, or if you have a picture of it, put it on your wall. Look at it every day because it's coming to you. Okay, so we need you to hang tight, be patient. Once all this is over, we're going to come party with you. Okay? Take it easy.
I love that. I love that. Love the energy. Thank you so much, guys. Now, we're not about to wrap up yet because we are still going to give away raffle prizes. And I understand that the board has willingly extended the scope of this raffle because many of us who are watching right now are already big donors and supporters of Make-A-Wish. So what we're doing is tweaking it a little bit and allowing everybody to just tag your friends in the comment section. Those friends of yours who you think is going to make a wonderful addition to the world of Make-A-Wish genies, please tag your friends right now. And when you tag them, that's an actual entry already to the raffle that we're going to... sorry, somebody's going to join the waiting room. So we're going to have a raffle. And what are you going to win? You're going to win $1,000 of cash back from Be Extra Philippines. And one other thing that's really amazing is you're going to get a coaching session with a strengths coach. And that's really worth 11,000 pesos for a 1-hour coaching session with an actual assessment online. So I'm sure you're interested to do that and you'd like your friends to do that as well. So make sure you type in their names while we continue interviewing our very, very sweet I don't know if I want to call you donors because you're not. You're really volunteers. You're actually genies, right? So yeah, we have a few more questions for you guys, and this is one wish that one message that you would like to give to those who are already existing volunteers, our wish captains, our wish generals, and our wish genies. They've been working so hard over the past few months to continue reaching out to the kids. What is a special message that you may have for them?
Just continue what you're doing. You know, we're all doing this. Needless to say, pro bono. You know, we're doing this. The payment is the payment is the joy, you know, and that's the paycheck that I love receiving. So continue it. I love meeting all the new genies and all the new colleagues at Make-A-Wish. It's just as exciting meeting the team as it is meeting the new kids as well. So, you know, can't wait to see you guys. You know, Teresa and I we're in the forefront, but just to let everyone out there know, there's a whole team in the background, in the trenches, working every day for this, for wishes to come true. So I'm glad, Appa, you brought them up, and they need to be recognized. So thank you. Continue what you're doing, guys.
Thanks, Rovi. Teresa?
Yeah, I'm with Rovi on this one. You know, it's teamwork is what makes the dream work. And for the entire...
Can we quote you on that?
Go for it. Yeah. It's the entire Make-A-Wish Philippines. They bring up the energy and the vibe of every wish grant I've been to. They really set the tone for how even we as genies come in, you know. It's like they come in and their tone is here, and sometimes you're having a bad day, or, you know, sometimes you're here, sometimes you're here, but the moment you come in, it's like they set the tone and you're just like, you come in with them. So thank you for holding space for all of us. I mean, it's really important that the work you do, and we're so grateful for you.
Wonderful. And we have two final questions. One of them is from the comment section, in fact. We don't get to hear this question a lot, but if you were the one given the chance to make a wish, what would your wish be?
Oh my goodness.
That's a tough one, huh?
That's a fantastic one.
Thank you to the person who posted that.
Did you ever think about that, Rob?
Oh, I think about wishes all the time, girl. I wish I were in Hawaii. I wish I had $1 million. I wish I could pass this test. Hello?
Is that why you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt? Universe, Hawaii.
He's channeling Hawaii.
No. We have the best islands here. No, I don't need to go to Hawaii. I'm okay. Gosh, I'm only stalling because I can't narrow it down. Diba, Teresa? It's... oh, I know. My wish. I'm so sorry. May I go, Teresa?
Go, please.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to hear.
I'll stall for you. So my wish is to bring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to the Philippines, and me and him would go to every province and grant one wish to some kid in the province. To some family.
Awesome.
That's my wish, because I love seeing The Rock's Instagram, and once in a while he posts his, because he's a big part of Make-A-Wish, and his Make-A-Wish wishes are insanely cool. And I want to do the same thing here. And bring The Rock, and then hopefully it'll spread, and his popularity will want other people to be genies as well. So it's kind of twofold. I want to get more genies to join our little army here, but that would be my selfish wish.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Great.
And amazing. You know what? One of the things we really need are guy genies. There are so many girls out there who are genies, and I think having you and The Rock go to every province in the Philippines, we're gonna get those real guys who know how to take care of kids. So let's pray for that. How about you, Teresa? If you were asked, what is your wish?
My wish, the first thing that came to mind was to meet Oprah. But now that you said The Rock over here, well, Oprah, I want her to grant wishes to all the kids in the Philippines.
Gotta wish for you, wish for you, wish for you, wish for you.
In today's episode, everyone gets a wish. You know?
Look under your seat. There's a wish.
Exactly. Isn't that cool?
And who says it has to be impossible? All these wishes for these kids, they think it's impossible, but we make it possible. You know, with everyone's help, everyone, you know, we really want to thank you guys for making that such a wonderful thing. And you know what? I just got a message here that there's a 5-year-old boy who pledged 1,000 pesos from his savings to help grant a wish in July.
Oh,
he's 5 years old.
Thank you.
That's great. That's
Wow.
God bless you, little boy,
Thank
and God
you.
bless your mother for, introducing you to Make-A-Wish.
Thank
This
you.
world really is going to be a better place because of kids like you. Wow, amazing. We have just a few more minutes left for this show. So maybe I'm going to ask you guys to just share one final message. And if there's anything that you want us to know about any upcoming projects that you have, how can Make-A-Wish support that? Let us know. Who wants to start?
Rob?
Well, I'm sure all of us have been watching the news and television, and especially for Teresa and I, our second home is in the States, and we've been inundated with numbers and statistics. And I'm, myself being an environmentalist, I see the numbers and the statistics of the environment, and it's all very sad and disheartening. But I'm so glad, Appa, that you told us a stat. One wish is granted every 17 seconds. If that's my takeaway tonight, and I'm so grateful for that one good stat throughout this whole year so far, amongst the millions of horrible stats we've been hearing. Thank you for sharing that. Let's make it every 10 seconds. Let's push it to every 5 seconds if we can. I'm just so grateful to be a part of this. I'm so glad you guys are here. And to everybody out there watching, I don't know what else to say. You just need to experience this once. It's a natural phenomena, and you will be hooked. You will get this energy that overflows you, and you will want to experience it time and time and again. And you have to see it to believe it. With that being said, myself, I just started a new podcast. It's called Mark and Rove with my other buddy. We just talk about anything under the sun, basically.
It's super fun.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So that's what's going on in my life, and of course my show Ang Pinaka on GMA News, which airs every Sunday. Every Sunday, 6:30. So that's it. That's going on. And thank you again for this opportunity. Thank you Teresa.
So much, Ruby. Yeah, don't go away. Teresa, your turn.
Yes, this is for everyone who's watching this. If you're not ready yet to be a volunteer or to become a Wish Genie, I would just encourage you to do one random act of kindness every day. And it can be very, very small. And just start to build that muscle, because before you know it, you're going to be granting 10 wishes. So don't feel overwhelmed with the commitment. Just start with one random act of kindness every day, and it'll build up. So I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Teresa. One of the things that I really take away from this is the message of hope, strength, and joy. I've been volunteering for over 10 years now, and we've always believed in giving a wish, hope, strength, a wish kid, hope, strength, and joy. These children are battling very critical illnesses, and for many of them, they feel that their childhood has been taken away from them, right? There's something so big out there that they don't know what's going to happen in their lives anymore. And here comes Make-A-Wish, and all these people they don't even know, just being part of that journey with them and making that one true wish happen. And so suddenly hope, strength, and joy isn't an abstraction. It's something that has happened in their lives. And the recent things with COVID and the pandemic going on is that I feel that the tables have somehow turned, because us as volunteers, we experience something bigger than ourselves. We can't even get a haircut. We can't do the things that we normally do. And we don't know what to wish for anymore. We don't know what's going to happen in the world. And this is where hope, strength, and joy really becomes evident. Because we are now experiencing what a wish kid would experience when they're diagnosed. Because we don't know sometimes what's going to happen. And that's why Make-A-Wish is so very important at this time. Because hope still needs to live. Our strength needs to be together with others. And we just have to have joy in everything that we do. And I'd really like to thank you for, being part of this journey of hope, strength, and joy. And it doesn't end today. It's going to continue on and on and on. And it will continue with the 5 winners of our raffle. So congratulations to our winners. We have, for the Be Extra, by the way, you're going to receive a message from the Make-A-Wish team. They will send you instructions on how you claim your prizes. The winners are Ayona Mapa. Our second winner is Gwen C. The third winner, I guess, Rovi and Teresa, do you want to?
Sorry, I'll go. Congratulations, Judith Ann Nabong.
There you go. Teresa, our fourth winner.
Fourth winner is Sam De Assis.
Yeah. And our fifth winner is Jillian Go. Congratulations. You're going to receive a message from Make-A-Wish regarding instructions on how to claim your prizes. And the last winner for the coaching session, congratulations, Glenn Costales. Woohoo! Nice. I'm sure you're going to be able to use your strengths to become a Wish Genie if you aren't one yet. So once again, thank you again for your messages of hope. And now we come to the end of tonight's program. But before we say goodbye, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Miss Angela Green and Be Extra Philippines. I'd also like to remind everybody to donate, buy your merchandise, or pledge to grant a wish to help us give hope, strength, and joy to children with critical illnesses. And all you have to do is visit our website, www.makeawish.org.ph. And by the way, I agree with Teresa. My wish, she didn't ask me what my wish was.
What's your wish, Appa?
I want to have that ring light that Rovi has. I want to glow. I want to glow. Next time I'm going to be in front of so many people, I was
just messaging that on the chat.
That's my wish.
Why did you reveal my secret, darn it? People think I have glowing skin. Now you revealed my secret. I hate you.
Are you using it now?
Oh! Fist bump. Galing mo, Apa.
Okay, so tune in next Wednesday, June 24 at 8 p.m. We will be having a virtual concert with the amazing cast of Sandbox Collective's Danny Girl, a musical about hope. So again, thank you to our guests, Teresa and Rovi. Thank you to tonight's viewers. See you next week. Take care and good night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
One planet, billions of kids, fairies and firemen and dancers and magicians and cowboys and princesses and superheroes. But there are also kids, actually a few million kids, who are really, really sick, battling to survive. Kids for whom being a kid is on hold.
A wish is more than a gift or a temporary distraction. When a child's true wish, a deep ambition, or desire comes true, it has the power to transform a life.